this in your office in person, or again, you can work with people remotely. So what it's doing is it will analyze your voice for about 10 seconds and then send balancing harmonics for the emotional aspect. You can also use it as remotely because you're going to be using that person's health information, which I'm going to show you here in a second. That essentially is going to be their electronic fingerprint. So we are using the principles of quantum entanglement and non-locality of quantum physics to find that person. Another way people kind of look at it is electronic prayer or mental telepathy. Or if you think about intention, you think about someone and then the phone rings, that's quantum entanglement. Another example would be, well, the Zoom that we are doing now. There is a dial-up number or a code to get into the Zoom room. Another option would be calling a cell phone. If I call my friend's cell phone in California, only that cell phone's going to ring, not the 10 other cell phones that are in that local area. So again, by using that person's photo and information, date of birth, height, weight, you are essentially sending the frequencies, finding them through quantum entanglement. So here is what the home screen looks like right now. I'm currently using it on my Mac. This is me, but if we want to create a new client, we would just go to create new client. You would put your client's name, email address, gender, weight, height, date of birth, upload their photo, and then hit next. That's how you create your client profile. I'm already in here, so I'm going to use me. If you need to edit your current client, you can. If you want to search for your existing clients in your database, you would do that here. There's also other tabs which we'll get to. Spaces and objects you can add. If you want to put your house or a car or a room, you can do your pets. You would put the profile in the same way as the human, and then all of your supplements and therapies can be added here. So we have our client in. The first thing I usually do with everyone is the inner voice. And of course, it's logged me out. So let me log back in here super quick. Inner voice is going to analyze your voice for 10 seconds and then provide you with a report. So these are the top high frequencies, and then it's going to look at the lowest frequency, which in this case is going to be the 2.1. So the first three are usually going to be the ones that are the most overcompensated. The last frequency is going to be the emotion that is the most undercompensated. You have your balancing harmonics, which again are going to be the frequencies that are embedded into the beautiful tones that you will then listen to with headphones on. That is the best way to use that. Your reports, let me pull up one here. This is what you can email to your clients, which again get attached to the balancing harmonics. So you can see there's 4 different reports for the 4 different categories. Now, corresponding note, again, we want to be balanced. So there's going to be the positive and the negative. So you're going to have a little bit, you're going to be expressing a little bit of each, but we want to make sure again that we are balanced. So that's why that frequency is coming up. You can then look at the colors that you could wear for the day, or if you decide to want to do chromotherapy, you can utilize the chromotherapy glasses. You will then see these are the top emotions that are being expressed at that time, possible issues you may find on your vitals report, potential causes, and then here are some suggestions to try to assist that emotion. So inner voice is really cool. That's usually what I start with people. Then we move into the vitals scan. Now, there's two different ways you can look at the vitals. Once your person is in, you're simply going to scan them. These are all the checked categories, which again, you can pick and choose. Once the scan is done, you'll then optimize. If you come to the classic reports, things are just going to look red and green. So this first category is ideally what you were when I was scanning you. The second category, or second column here, is how you optimized. So remember, we scanned and then optimized. So obviously we want things that are red to switch to a green. So in this view, which I personally don't use very much, we are going to focus on the things that are double red. Okay, now we're going to go to the enhanced view, which is what I use. So that's what this barcode up here is, or graph. So we want to stay optimal and balanced between the 4, 5, and 6. What I'm looking for are trends and patterns over a period of 3 to 5 scans, looking at the 1s and the 9s. So as you can see here, a red 9 is going to be increasing inflammation or acute. 1 is going to be chronic or diminishing function risk. So you can see all the different things, items that we have here: dairy, all of your fruits, grains. Now in this call, I'm not going to go over how to analyze all of this because that could take me 2 hours. You have access to all the seafoods. So basically everything that would come up on very expensive food allergy testing. So again, I'm looking for things that are sticking out that are double red 1 or 9. That's what I would be noting if I was taking notes. Then we get into the blood and the CBC category. So you can see we have HDL, LDL, cholesterol, triglycerides, albumin, ferritin, everything that comes up on your CBC, your omega-3s. We also have chakras. And then it'll give an explanation. So in here, the red 8 is going to be too much energy. The throat chakra here, 1, is going to be low of energy. So again, we want to be balanced. Same thing with the meridians. Too much energy here in the stomach, not enough energy here in the spleen. And then you can go through and see what each of these represent. We have gut function. So this is a good way to see if someone's got leaky gut, inflammation, insulin resistance and pre-diabetes, as well as blood sugar and A1C. All of your amino acids, which is where I usually start with clients, as well as minerals, which are down here. Then we get into a little bit of the genetics. You can see if that MTHFR is appearing for your client. Vitamins and minerals, your basic physical, and then all of your bone mineral densities. We get into all the cranial nerves, cardiac, collagen, endocrine. We can look at the HPA axis and thyroid, hormone panel, immune system, kidneys and liver. We can look at the detox phases, reproductive, skin and thyroid, all of your external allergies, bacterial diseases, fungus, your human toxins, heavy metals, mold, parasites, and then viruses. So that's what you have access to in the vital scan. Now, quick scan, a lot of cool things. You can clear and shield. So say you're going out in public, you want to clear and then shield yourself. We also have 3-minute boosts. So maybe you need to have a quick relaxation session, or you need to focus before you do a presentation. These are supplements. So I'm going to quick just do morning. These are all my supplement categories that I already added, which was from up here. I'm just going to show you what this looks like. So, hello, my name is Becky, and we are recording today just to give a sneak peek as to what the AO scan can do. So, as you can see here, these are some of the supplements that I need at this point in time. Quick scan, I usually do 2 to 3 times a day. So, this is awesome because it gives you all your supplements and therapies. That's probably my most favorite category. Easy scan is what I do 3 times a day. I'll show you the morning scan. So easy scan is going to do inner voice, vitals, and comprehensive, but it's only going to show you the things that are a double red 1 or 9. So it's going to be a very quick, abbreviated version of what you're looking at. It still gives you your supplements or any homeopathics that you may need to imprint. And then as you can see here, it's only targeting the things that are a primary issue at that point in time. So unlike the vital scan where I showed you everything, this is just going to show you what is going on right now that needs your attention. So again, when I'm looking at those, I'm really only looking for the things that are a reoccurring pattern throughout 3 to 5 scans. So we went over a quick scan, easy scan, inner voice, vitals, body systems. Typically, I will only pick a few items. So based on what I'm seeing in someone's scan, I may just choose to run. So like I did the endocrine system and nervous system the other day. So these are great to send to your client as well because it'll show in the endocrine system potentially what's going on. Now, again, you can see how things are acute and chronic. Things that may show up on your vital scan: acute thyroid, acute parathyroid, acute hypothalamus. So these are things that I would look for then on the vital scan. Potential causes of why someone's having endocrine disruption, and then the emotions. So if you remember when I did the inner voice report and we were analyzing the emotions, I would look to see what emotions were on the inner voice and then what was on the body systems at the same time in that same scan. And then ways that you can improve. So avoid sugar, eat more healthy fats, reduce toxicities, manage stress, and then eat adequate protein. Then we have comprehensive, which I already ran this morning, but I will show you maybe. Might take a minute, hot minute for it to load. So comprehensive looks at more of the structure. This is what I like to use in my office. So you can see we have all the arteries, so you can pick and choose. We have chromosomes. It also goes down into the connective tissue. So say I have someone who comes in with a hip or SI joint issue, I will probably just run connective tissue hip, and then maybe lymphatic of the legs, and then muscles of the hips, and then probably torso I would run. Probably lower body female for the nerves. I have access to all the organs I can look at. And then skeleton, I would probably run pelvis and sacrum and vertebrae, and then we have veins. So those are all the different categories that we can pick and choose from. I typically don't run a full comprehensive on someone just because it's so much data and it's a lot of scanning. This is taking a while to load. Okay, so here's what the report will look like. So you can look at either the picture view. So again, you're looking for things that are red. So here we got pylorus of the stomach, double red 9. Or we can look at the table report. So if you're really wanting to kind of glance through, you can look at all the different areas and then see. So this is a double red 9. So this would be something we'd want to keep an eye on and see if that comes up repetitively. You also see these percentages Okay, so this is before, this was scanning, this was optimizing. So we can see how it improved from a 41 to a 38 or a 38 to a 33. Now, what we want, obviously, are, let me see if I have one. The lower the percentage, so here's like a 20%. I think the lowest I've ever seen has been like 12 or 14%. Here's a 19%. So that's really good. Now, if you've taken the extra training from Solex, I might have to wait for this to load again. We have something called the database, which gives us a deeper view of what I just scanned in the reports. So the report that I just showed you guys was just the report that comes up from the comprehensive scan. Ideally, then, my Wi-Fi is just so slow today. I would then click on the database, and then the database will allow me to go in even deeper and see what specifically is coming up from like a bacteria standpoint, a virus standpoint. We have emotions, we have toxicities. There's all different categories that will show. So if you're looking at someone's thyroid and you really want to see like, hey, what's going on in that thyroid? Is there an emotion in there that's creating disharmony? Is there a parasite in there that's creating disharmony? Is there Lyme disease? You know, what is it? You can go in with that database and see in that report. So we'll see what came up here. So this was a report that I had done, I think, yesterday. So this is the pancreas. So you can see all the different allergens that have popped up, bacteria, brain and spine, chemicals, emotions, food sensitivities, heavy metals, hormones, miasms, mold, organs in the female, parasites, pathologies, pesticides, phenols, toxicities, and viruses. So typically what I'm looking for are, again, trends and patterns, but things that are like high cause, but then maybe over 85%. And then it'll tell you the duration of time you've had it. So rickettsia is showing up here, 5 years. So that's something that's chronic. You can also look at it by term. So more hits. So this had 7 hits. That's going to be a little bit more important. So strep here has 6 hits for bacteria, and Borrelia's got 5 hits. So if we click on that, it'll tell us where exactly in the body the strep is hanging out, how many years you've had it, and then the percentage of how it's affecting your body. So that's pretty cool. Again, that comes with added training. Same thing with dental and the TMJ. Let me see if I can pull up an old report. So same thing with the dental, you can look at all the teeth numbers. And then it'll tell you, so like implants, high cause, 97%, 5 years. So you'll start to see like how things in the teeth are affecting the rest of the body and vice versa. So it's like a top-down approach, bottom-up approach. Thoracic disc T6 is high cause, 89%. So that's affecting dental tooth number 8. And again, you can do the same thing by hits. So formaldehyde was a high cause. There was 5 hits. Organs, left knee, 5 hits. T9, 5 hits. So again, this is where maybe going to the chiropractor, getting some structural work done can actually alleviate some of the dental issues. Let's see, we went through that. Cephes, you can erase and then imprint. So say I want to erase a piece of jewelry and then I want to imprint some frequencies. So these are all different types of frequencies in all these different categories that we potentially can, whoops, either erase from here and then imprint. You can do a 2-minute broadcast or you can do continuous broadcast. So we have access to affirmations. Quantum reach is going to be, like your basic health support items. Then we're going to have Bach flowers. We have Bach flowers, chakras, all the homeopathics, as well as no-sodes and cell salts. We have all of our detox frequencies here. Everything that says DT is a detox frequency. Heart Plus is something that's going to be a supportive frequency. So we have access to all those that you can imprint into water, jewelry, homeopathic sugar pellets, whatever you would like to do, or you can broadcast them to your clients. We also have Cepheid dots, which are imprintable little frequency dots that you can wear. So it'll actually scan you. So say you're like, I have no idea what I need to wear today. You can scan yourself and it's telling me I need energetic shielding. It'll show you the location of where to put them. And then you can imprint that and go about your day. And then something similar to that is the Homeo Energetics. So same thing, it's just going to scan you and tell you the top homeopathic energetic frequencies that your body needs, which again, you can imprint into homeopathic sugar pellets. You can do one remedy at a time, or you can imprint multiple frequencies, again, into any type of jewelry, patches, water, crystals, tinctures, oils, whatever you would like to imprint into. So once this is finished scanning, then I'll just give you an idea of what this will look like. So these are a little bit more potent than the Homeo Energetics that I just showed you in the Cepheid category. Now, Cepheid is subtle energy frequency imprinter, and it has 2 jobs. It is to imprint or to broadcast. So after you're done reading all of your clients' scans, you then want to go through and try to put together some frequencies that would help or assist the issues that your client is coming in for, or whatever you possibly found on their scans that would help remediate, again, some of the issues or complaints that they came to see you with. Or if you're working with yourself, it would be the same thing. So hopefully this will be done scanning shortly. So this device is just, it's awesome. It's been such a godsend in my practice. So up here, you can see all the things that we had scanned. These are based off of my comprehensive scan. So let's just go to the right eye. So we want to make sure in this category, it's saying over 85%. This should be 35% or less. And then this should say 5. So we can't really imprint any of those. Let's go to the pancreas. Okay, none of those are coming up either. Okay, so chemical detox, we could imprint. So this is over 85%, which is what we want. And then this is 35% or below. And then this says ideal. So we actually could imprint both of these, dental detox and chem detox. So I would just click on that. And then if I was on my other device, I would just imprint. And then that's it. So we have more coming. Can't really say what else is coming out, but this is what we all have access to right now. It's great. It's like I said, it's been a huge game changer in my practice. If you're interested, let me know. Send me an email, kimberlybodywork@gmail.com, or you can look online for more information at kimberlyquantumcollective.com. And reach out if you have any questions or would like a free inner voice scan.